Today's visit takes us to Cabanyal, which is a very old and very interesting barrio in Valencia. If you want to start a really heated argument on Facebook, just mention or ask for opinions about the barrio, and you'll get like very spirited conversations. You either hate it or you love it. It's actually not a bad area. It's a little bit away from the city itself, but you can see that there is quite a mix of different kinds of buildings. Some of the areas are like this, where it's really run down, and you just kind of feel like you should be scared, but really it's just a lot of graffiti and you know, I don't know what else. Not worse or better than any other neighborhood in Valencia. The thing that I think that scares people the most is the fact that it looks grungy and it's not something that we're used to when you come from someplace different. But you can see the old buildings, like the one-story buildings that are there. Those are the ones that are run down. So then you have the newer sections where, you know, they're high rises, nice apartments, and the rents are really kind of high in those sections of town. But a lot of the parts of it are kind of like this. Lots of street art, lots of buildings in the middle of construction or being remodeled. There was a time when the city wanted to take over this area so they could like build it up and have it become some sort of like, I don't know, like Barceloneta in Barcelona. But the residents were all against it, so they've had quite the fight on their hands, and I think they gave up. So these buildings are actually being lived in. A lot of them are, but there's also a lot of expats coming in and buying up these places to remodel and make them kind of funky. This is what I picture, like, I don't know, the East Village or someplace, or Soho, some kind of funky feel like that. So you have this really horrible looking buildings with wires hanging, and then you'll go to the other section and you'll have nice apartments. And I think the reputation, it used to be an old fishing town, and it was scary at some point. And I think the reputation is still there, even though it's not really deserved, but it just kind of makes you feel like it is because of the way the buildings look. But it's very safe to me. And if you're wondering why there's nobody on the street, we tend to go out during siesta to like film this stuff, because I don't like putting cameras in people's faces and stuff. So I like to do it during siesta when everybody's asleep. You can see people out there sitting like in front of their cars, and it's kind of funny, like they're sitting in the shade. And I think there's a lot of that probably during the day, and it's just another typical barrier to me. But I can understand how people can be scared, and they tell you, you know, if you want to get drugs and something, there are some streets you shouldn't go out to at night. But since this is during the day, we had no problems. You can see that they have a lot of things going on. There are cafes to eat and restaurants, and they actually have a really good central market that has over 150 stalls, and it's very popular. You can get all your fresh fruit and seafood and meat and what have you. And they also have a rastro, like a flea market on the weekends, which is very popular. And they have all the amenities that you'd find somewhere else. A big grocery store, Mercadona. I saw one in the video. Now this is the crowning glory. This is the reason why everybody wants to live out there, because it is just a few minutes walk to the beach. and so to the Malvarosa beach, which is what you're seeing here. And so that makes it very, very desirable for a lot of people. I wouldn't live in the district because that's not a big deal for me. I don't care for the beach as much as Federico does. He would totally live here, but I wouldn't. But it's very nice, and it's very convenient, of course. There are bus lines everywhere to the rest of the city, so you're not really alone or left out there. It's very cool.
So beautiful day by the sea at the beach called Malvarosa. We are close to home, 20 minutes by bus, and we got here. It's a wonderful day. Everybody is so relaxed and enjoy this beautiful